Hello to my Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's get right into it. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. Pisces rules 12th house. House of spirituality, addiction, psychic abilities, healing, solitude, endings, world service, secrets, emotions. That's 12th house. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. So my cross watchers, pull your birth chart. Find out what your sign is in your 12th house. Or just get acquainted with your birth chart in general. Just get acquainted with your birth chart in general. It's always a lot of fun to get acquainted with your birth chart. You got 12 houses. Might as well get acquainted with it, right? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's pull an angel number first, and we're gonna get into it. There, let's get into it. Let's do it. All right. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. 279, synchronicity. So look for signs. Things that keep happening are connected, even if they don't seem to be. The recent patterns in your life are signals from your angels. So today, ask for follow-up signs. And remember that angels speak with lots of repetition. So draw a second card later today and see what your angels have to say after you've spent some time paying more conscious attention. 279. So it looks like in order to protect your peace, you're closing out a cycle for good. This looks like this. You're closing out just to protect your peace. Synchronicity. So synchronicity could come in terms of like your gas station receipts. It can come your food receipts. You can see something on the back of a license plate. I mean, however it comes up. Something just like, synchronicities, whatever. See the same colors. They vibrate a particular frequency. You can hear the same song repeat itself. Y'all know the same song come on the radio. You can hear something repeat itself in like if you watch this reading and somebody else's reading, you can hear the same message over again. You can be talking to two different people, totally unrelated subject matter. Something could pop up, twice. You could be reading a book, listen, synchronicities, right? See the number 1111, 2222, whatever, synchronicities, right? All right, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Oh, did we set an intention for your overall reading? Let's do that first. Let's set an intention for your overall reading. Let's do it. Okay, what's the intention here? I welcome today with open arms. I welcome today with open arms. And hopefully every day. Welcome today with open arms, right? Open arms, open arms. Yep. Welcome today with open arms, right? So yeah, you're looking for synchronicities, right? But again, that's Source's way of, giving you some kind of signs and wonders for every day. Giving you signs and wonders. You never know what blessings Source has for you in the day. All right, let's go. So, yeah, when you're apart from people, your healthy work-life balance, you can find something could happen on your job and then happen in your personal life. And you're just like, oh my God. This connects us with Venus. The goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. Yeah, so you're opening today with open arms. All right? So that will keep you balanced. Right? That's going to keep you balanced. All right, let's get it. Here we have the star card. Something about your future. Looking towards your future. Something towards your future, right? Something that's going to help you to shine bright in dark spaces. Something towards your 11th house, like friendships, community, goals, your wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future. Something is helping you to, like I said, you're looking for synchronicities when you're apart from energies. Something that keeps you balanced out, right? In terms of sleeping. It's going to help you to rest better. Something is helping you to rest better. Something that's going to help you to rest better. So I see you sitting on your throne, keeping your keeping your, you know, keeping your vibrating higher. See you vibrating high, right? Keeping your vibrations high. Here we have the Two of Cups here, and I feel like what you have in common with people that you love is like kind of sort of tapping into like water, like what you like tapping into water, right? Even when you're far apart from people, it's like, you know, listening to kind of sort of like water sounds. And I say it on my channel all the time, like listening to water sounds, like listening to water sounds, drinking water, listening to water. You know, find out what your moon sign is. You know, and just tapping in. That's what you have in common with, right? And that's kind of sort of maybe liberating and freeing for someone, right? Liberating and freeing for someone. Here's the Knight of Wands here. It kind of sort of breaks up the monotony for somebody. Kind of like calms somebody's anxiety down. Here's a Knight of Wands here, right? And that kind of sort of keeps you in sync. That keeps you in sync with loved ones, right? Really keeps somebody in sync with someone. Yeah. I feel like somebody has here we have the Lover's card here. And so I feel like somebody's making a decision about something. Somebody's trying to make a decision about something, right? And while you may be apart from someone, you're trying to make a decision about something. And I kind of feel like somebody may feel like somebody looks down on them, or like somebody you may look up to, or you may feel like somebody looks down on you, or vice versa. Right, but I feel like somebody's trying to make a decision as to whether to partner with somebody or something, and you may feel like, but you're looking for some kind of a sign. Somebody's looking for some kind of sign in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like try to put the negativity away because you're on top of something. Right, you're on top of something. Somebody could work in the legal field in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and somebody's trying to look for some kind of, you know, look for some kind of sign. Trying to look for some kind of sign. You know, it could have been somebody that you may be trying to look for some kind of a sign. Here's the this is the two people may have lowered somebody's financial worth and their wealth, right? So two people may have, this is what you may have in common with somebody, like a man and a woman may have lowered somebody's pocketbook wealth. Like somebody may have caused somebody lose a significant amount of money, but also they may have lowered somebody's wealth. I mean, like worth. Made people feel worthless, like made people feel low. And it maybe somebody that you have in common. Maybe by saying two people slept with or sleep around, and it could be a rumor that's like taking off like wildfire, and people could be just ruthless with it. And it could be going through the legal world. Like it could be like something worth, like, you know, something could be legal and you could be on top of something, like you could know something, right? Here we have the Two of Pentacles here. And so you're just looking for some kind of signs, like you're gonna sleep on something. You're gonna sleep on something. You're trying to put the negative something below something. So I feel like I might be talking to somebody who may work in a legal field in some way. Something about you work in a legal field, right? So, and you could probably save somebody. You could probably save two people a lot of time and possibly money. Probably save some people some time and some money. Right. From just being overwhelmed. Because you have access to some kind of secrets. You got something about you have some secret information. Nothing about your energy, you have secret information. We have the World card. Yeah, something about you got some information. There's something about a man and a woman. But you got some information. Where people were being used as a pawn in a game. So, and I feel like 4 and 9 is like, that's been causing people a nightmare. That's been causing some people that you have in common a nightmare. Yeah. So you got a message that's coming down to you. You got a message that's coming down about something. It's a message Some kind of message. Some kind of message that's coming through about something emotionally, somebody said something about some emotionally immature, about something somebody wouldn't go back to. Somebody says something. I don't know, somebody says something to you. Somebody may have said something to you. Somebody may have said something to you. Somebody may have said something to you ruthless. They may have said something emotionally immature to you, Pisces, that was just ruthless in what they said to you. Or you may have said something ruthless to them. I mean, who knows? Somebody may have said something like really hurtful to you in the past that may still cut real deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people say stuff to people just, sometimes people say stuff to people that they love that it just still just hurts. Like, in that's where forgiveness comes in. When you come across something, that's where forgiveness comes in. That's where forgiveness and maturity comes in. Here we have the Page of Wands, but some kind of a message about freedom, freeing somebody. That can be liberating for you if you have information, but it's just liberating for everybody, to be honest with you. But you're trying to make some kind of a connection here, or you've already made some kind of connection with somebody you're not talking to. Somebody you're not talking to. Somehow Source needs you, because this is right here. Here's the Four of Cups. Something having to do with something has been depressing for somebody. Yeah, something has been depressing for somebody. Like something that somebody used to enjoy doing. It's just they don't enjoy doing it anymore. It must be a younger person. They don't even like coming around. Or it's like they just lost all of the light. They don't know, it's something that they used to like enjoy doing. They don't even want to be around certain people anymore. You can just see it. It's all over somebody. They don't even Yeah. A total disinterest in daily activities. Total disinterest. And this is a younger person. They're no longer interested in daily activities anymore. This is apathy. This is just like a total disinterest. It's just like this is sinking into, like they just poured out everything. It's just a total disinterest. You can just tell that somebody is just being used. And this is somebody you have in common with somebody. You can tell somebody's apart from somebody, and you just see they just sinking lower and lower and lower. It's like other people are getting what they want, but somebody feels like they're not getting what they want. So, yeah, here's the Ten of Cups here. So I don't know. I don't know if this is like a lot of cameras around or something like that, but something's mirroring. It's like somebody mirroring, like they love somebody, but they're using somebody as a pawn in a game, causing a bunch of confusion. Somebody is causing a bunch of confusion in a situation. So it's two. It looks like it's two. Could be two fire signs. It's like being a center of attention about something. But somebody is just feeling lower and lower and lower. The two energies create a bunch of mess. There's a All right. Well, let me go ahead and close this down. Somebody just felt like something was their way or the highway. Somebody felt like something was their way or the highway. They wanted to make somebody feel like they had the weight of the world on their shoulders. They wanted somebody to be responsible for something. They didn't want somebody to go back to something. If something just not producing the results that people thought it was going to produce, people was just being shady, by making people feel like they're less than. Something just didn't produce the results that people thought it was going to produce. I don't know what this is, but you all know. I'm looking at the reading here. But something didn't produce the, all for somebody to have a new lease on life. So, whatever this is, take what resonates with you. Yep. So somebody's looking for some kind of signs and welcoming today with open arms. So somebody is trying to create something here. Trying to create something new here. And like maybe waiting for some kind of downloads. Maybe somebody's saying, okay, I'm going to sleep on it. Waiting for some, waiting for, some word back on something. Maybe somebody's going to have a conversation with somebody. And just kind of sort of wait to hear back about something, right? Look to the stars. Look to the stars. But see, the Five of Swords is like somebody's arguing with somebody, like playing mind games, arguing with somebody, like creating. All this water right here is like creating something. Yeah. Like somebody's creating something. Yeah. Mind games don't work. Yeah, hold your vision. So I don't know if somebody's this is what some you have in common with somebody, like people who try to create something or create mind games. Yeah. When people try to create mind games, when people are apart from each other, it comes across as disingenuous. You got to remember, we just had a pink moon where people's rose-colored glasses have been removed. And people who have been apart, this is fire right here, who have been apart from each other, and the rose-colored glasses have been removed. And we're in the last quarter moon now. That's out of sync. That's out of sync. It almost gives off somebody's looking to be saved from something. And then, of course, it gives off a message here that, again, yeah, it just gives off a disingenuous message. Remember, I'm reading the cards both upright and in reverse. So it can be taken a lot of different ways. It can be taken a lot of different ways in terms of like the magician energy. It can be given off dark or light magician energy. So the 11th house is really about the future. People thinking about the future. Like, what kind of future do people want to create? What kind of future do people want to create? All of this water here. When people talking about recording conversations and pouring out into stuff and trying to, use somebody as a pawn, playing mind games and start an argument just to get somebody to say something, and what was said the last time somebody was talking to somebody, and that's what somebody is trying to do to you, Pisces. Somebody is trying to get you to say something. It's somebody that who is this? Somebody you're in a romantic relationship with. Somebody's trying to get you to say something. But somebody feels like something is their way to highway. It could have been somebody that you dated, because it's your lover's card. It could have been somebody that you dated. Somebody's like trying to get, somebody is using somebody that you love to say something. So let's say, for instance, you, let's say it's your ex, right? They'd probably be using a friend or kids or whatever, because let's say you got two, because I'm seeing these two kids right here. Let's say you have two kids, right? See these two little kids right here. Maybe let's say your kids are older, or maybe they're young, maybe they're teenagers or little kids or whatever. Let's say your ex says, okay, what did mommy or daddy say last time you talked to them or whatever? Okay, here, I need you to, this is what I need you to say. Okay, get them to say this or whatever. Imagine your two little kids. I don't even know what their ages are. They could be like 3 or 4, whatever. Just get them to, trying to drag you into some stuff, dragging you into a black hole. Hey, this person right here, they're not even interested, right? Just so somebody can get their wishes fulfilled, just so somebody can get their wishes fulfilled, they can go so far left, it don't even make any sense. They can go so far left just so their wishes can be fulfilled, so somebody can try to take somebody to court and get a decision made. And so it's just saying you're looking for some kind of sign. It's just a mess. Something is just a mess. Something is a mess. That's what you have in common with somebody. Source is saying people not coming up. You got an ex. You got an ex that won't even come out Front Street with you, and they ruthless. They shady and they ruthless. They trying to make you respond. Your ex, somebody's ex had, I don't know if it's you that got 2 kids, or let's say you got 2 grandkids. Well, I don't know what your situation is. I'm just sitting there with 2 kids here. But somebody is trying to make you responsible for something. Or let's say you don't have any kids. Let's say you don't have any kids. And let's say, for instance, you dated somebody. You were in a same-sex relationship and you dated somebody, and somebody is trying to drag you into some mess. Either case, in either case, even if you were apart from that person for years, you on top of something. You know, you on top of the wheel. You're aware of something. You're aware. You're very clear. This is clear water. You're clear about something. You're aware of something. So what Source is trying to get you to do is activate your divine masculine energy. Like, in other words, speak up. That's what Source is trying to say, is like, clear something up. Clear the air. Speak up. Because you have this in common with somebody. You have this in common with somebody. It looks like, when I look at your reading here, Pisces, it looks like you and somebody, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, it looks like you or somebody has an ex who is basically dead set on doing something their way or the highway. They are trying to bring a tower down on, and this is what I'm saying, almost consistent in a lot of people's readings. It's like people's exes are not trying to break karmic ties. They are still wanting somehow to be connected with their exes in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Almost as if you're an ex and you've moved on from a relationship and you're actually doing good without your ex. Let's say you're in a new relationship, because I'm saying some kind of a new partnership or whatever, and you're doing good. You minding your business, drinking your water, skin all flawless, you looking good. You done moved on with your life, whether you got kids or don't have kids, and you doing good for yourself. You done literally minding your business. You ain't bothering nobody. You just moving on, minding your business. You ain't stalking nobody. You just minding your freaking business. And I'm talking about in your heart of hearts. You ain't asking about nobody. You ain't bullying nobody. And I'm saying you gotta be honest with yourself. You're not making nobody feel like the weight of the world on their shoulders. None of that stuff. You ain't gotta lower somebody else's self-worth just to boost your own self-worth. You legit minding your business. You legit minding your business, right? You're free. You just doing your thing. You done gone on with your life, whatever. You and somebody have exes that's basically trying to pay for something they have not resolved in their own spirit. They still in a karmic cycle with themselves. They still see you as an enemy, and something they want to do is cut you deep. They have not closed out a cycle. They have not closed out a cycle. They are not at peace with something. So the 5 of Swords is almost like, if you were to talk to them, you wouldn't even and you wouldn't even know what they were mad at. You would think they were being phony, because you'd be like, what? They would literally have to, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's almost like sitting there, completely dumbfounded. Like somebody been holding on to like a gallon of, murky water for years, it's been spilling out on everybody else, and you had no idea that somebody, ex-friend, ex-love interest, family member, whomever, been holding on to something that they could have brought directly to you and said something to you, but they've been spilling it all over the place to everybody else. You had no clue. None whatsoever. If that's not some sneaky, low-down, underhanded mess, using people as pawns, and this is what you have in common with quite a few people. So Source is saying You know, if that's a situation that's going on with somebody is saying, you welcome the day with today with open arms. You welcome today with open arms. Because for people to assume everybody remembers everything, that's crazy. For people to assume everybody remembers everything that's going on in their lives. Yeah, somebody here, I don't know who your ex is. I don't know who I'm talking to looking at the cards here. But somebody has an ex love interest who was jealous of you. They were jealous. It's like they reversed it. They came into your life, Pisces, almost as if they were and I'm talking to men and women, Pisces, like they were your knight, whatever your knight in shining armor. But it was really you saving them. Whoever this energy is, y'all could have kids together. Or maybe not. I don't know. But they were jealous of you. And it's somebody that you wouldn't go back to. It's somebody that you would not go back to. Somebody you wouldn't go back to. Right? It could have been somebody you've forgiven, you moved on from. You literally, genuinely said you moved on with your life. And all is forgiven, you moved on. Right? But for them, they haven't moved on. They've been carrying this grudge for a long time. And they just been waiting on some kind of moment to hurt you or hurt your kids. If you have kids, they've been waiting on some kind of moment to take something out on you and your kids. Any moment they could wait on with them and whomever to hurt you and your kids. So somebody better snap out of whatever overwhelmed they're in. Somebody better snap out of it, because this is what's happening. And I talk to a lot of people, and this is what's been happening. So that's what I'm seeing here. In your cards. So hopefully this is going to add some light into some people. But pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you find your safe space. Follow your bliss. Yep. So I see somebody, still like some stairs. Somebody could be like walking up, like elevating, like going to a higher frequency. Looking at the cards here. But yeah, I'm seeing the moon here, the moon here, the moon here. So somebody may be going outside at night and just kind of sort of, recharging under the moonlight. I'm seeing the stars here, maybe looking out at the stars. And I'm saying look to the stars here. To just get some grounding and just recharging and resetting. Looking at the cards here, just to get some, sleeping under the stars. Or maybe, like I said, just recharging and resetting. Yeah, what do you want? If you react negatively to the success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. Yeah. So somebody is trying to make a decision. Somebody is trying to make a decision to forgive and operate in the spirit of love. That's what I'm seeing here in the cards. Because a lot of people had this in common, where they got exes that's been holding a grudge for years, and they're taking it out on people's kids. And kids are just being blindsided and don't know what the heck is happening. They just being used as pawns by people's exes and people's families, and don't even have a clue. They don't even have a chance to even pursue their dreams. This right here. This card right here is talking about dreams. They don't even have a chance to pursue their own dreams, because you got big grown, big back adults who holding on. Child, what in the world? So somebody's on top of something. Somebody's on top of a bunch of confusion. But yeah, this is what a lot of people have in common. These nightmares. So that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. Hopefully this is helpful. This is what I'm seeing here in the cards. And that's what I have for you. All right, bye.